my name is Jill. You are here at Road Culture Rules, and today I am asking the question, has the RV and van life jumped the shark? Don't know what that means? Well, taking a deep breath, hold for 4, exhale. See you on the other side, and we're going to talk about that. So I got an email from somebody a couple days ago who said they felt uncomfortable about moving into this lifestyle because they felt like there might be some judgment because it wasn't 100% his choice. And so, that got me thinking, because when I was looking at Jordan Peterson's stuff, he talked about sort of the bell curve in terms of who does what. Who goes in and does the thing that's not cool, kind of makes it cool. And then once it's no longer cool, do you want to stay there? And as he was talking about, or as I was reading that, the thought popped into my head was, this isn't that cool anymore because there's way too many people doing it. And so I wanted to bring that up because I think we're in a RV, van, jump the life moment where who doesn't want to be like a YouTube star doing these RV videos, the tiny houses, all this kind of stuff? It's just like not cool anymore because we have surpassed the phase where it was a judgment. I know when I first left, so in terms of going back, I think it's been like 10 years since I had the idea, because I had the idea for about a year. I still don't even remember. So it was probably 2008 when I got the idea in my head. And I started looking at trailers, and I didn't buy the trailer for another year. So I think that was 2009. Then I didn't work on it for another year. So that was 2010. And then 2011 was when I got the final notice on the house, and I had to like buckle down and get the trailer done. So it's been actually 10 years since I had planted this seed about living this kind of lifestyle. And in that time, we've gone from having it be obscure and people thinking I'm a drug-addled bipolar prostitute because I lived in a trailer to like everybody wants to do it now. Millennials are doing it. It doesn't feel cool anymore. So did we jump the shark? And for those of you who don't know what that means, it's an older term. I think it comes from Seinfeld, but basically it means it's just no longer cool. You have, usually when a TV series is gone, it's too long. It's no longer like you've peaked and now you're on the downhill slope. And maybe that's what this is about. But the follow-up piece to that is what's next. And I've alluded to that in some other videos. And I alluded to a little bit about it yesterday when I was talking about romantic relationships I think the next step in the cool factor for alternative living ideas isn't going to be trailer parks. I know I did a video on woofing, like going to a farm. I think what's next is going to be kind of rendezvous points. So not like the meetups that we had at Quartzsite or some of the van meetups or something like Burning Man or organized. I see it like as small groups. You just sort of come and go. So it might be somebody has a farm, it might be somebody that has just a piece of property, it might be outside of an urban area, it might be in a rural area, but that sort of like Airbnb, you'll have an app where you can find different groups that maybe talk about a certain thing. I'd like to see them be activity based, like you go and you make something, or you go and you learn yoga, or you do something active, but I think that's really cool. So instead of just randomly traveling, trying to stay out of the system, you know how I feel about that, we start to build new systems by creating meetups in places that we travel to, whether as a group or once a year or by season. I think it's an endless opportunity, but I think it's really exciting. So that kind of got my wheels rolling a little bit on that. Of course, there's no easy way to just go do that. It does have to evolve, but this lifestyle has evolved. And remember, 10 years ago, tiny houses were just brand new. There was no appliances or anything. Now you can get anything you want to fit into tiny or mobile living situations. I mean, it's phenomenal how quickly this movement has transformed into something else. So as sad as I am about the jump the shark moment, I hate to be part of the middle of the bell curve. So I think what's next, I always wanted to throw that out there. Put in your comments below anything that you can see in terms of how the future might unfold for those of us who do not want to live a traditional lifestyle. And for people like me who don't want to be in a city, I love the idea of being able to not just stay on farms or ranches or that kind of thing, but to really just have people that you meet up with, whether the community is permanent, long-term, or temporary, or by season. This is something I think that's kind of an exciting idea, not just for mobile people, but for people who want to create that home base. And I think the solution is to not wait for somebody else to do it, is to see what you can think up. So that is my comment for today on this whole, has the van RV life jumped the shark? I'm kind of thinking it has. So I don't know about you, but I want to do the next big thing. I want to be on the front end of the bell curve because I think that's the best place to be. So with that, I don't even think we did a breath, did we? We're going to inhale for, did we? I keep forgetting if we're doing the breath. But if you didn't, now's a good time for breath, because before we go, you can hear the wind everywhere. It's been horrible the last few days. So we're going to rise with the sun in our eyes, love in our heart, feet firmly on the ground. Together we are walking on Survival Road, one step at a time, because my goal is to have you live free and die wild, my friend. I will see you next time.
And you could run for 1,000 miles or more. You can't see what